Hi, this is Joe Kwan, the Connection Counselor. Do you ever wonder why certain people always seem to get the lion's share of the opportunities and are constantly asked over and over again to volunteer or be given the same great opportunities? Well, today we're going to talk about one simple thing you can do to help get more of those chances. Hi. So today we're going to talk about being more memorable and how that can actually help your career. I always like to use an adaptation of that physics riddle. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, if you're in an organization and you're doing great work and nobody knows who you are you going to get a promotion or an opportunity or a bonus? So, in a similar way, your potential to succeed and your potential to advance is somewhat limited by how memorable you are, because I guarantee that that person who's being selected over and over again is, for whatever reason, and we'll talk about one reason that we can help you with, is in the minds of the people who are offering those opportunities or have the decision-making power to promote people. So to kind of explain how this works, I just want to share one of our family's favorite places to go for dinner and an event that happened there that kind of had a light bulb go off in my head. So we love going to hibachi or teppanyaki, whatever you call it. And for those you don't know, it's, there's a chef and they cook the food, at this huge grill in front of you. And there's like a show and there's knife twirling and all sorts of great things. They make a flaming volcano out of onions. And it's just like a really fun thing to go to, especially if you have children. It's always very entertaining. It keeps them entertained. And the food at the place we go, Kiku, happens to be really amazing. And we actually know the chef, or one of the chefs, Uncle Benny. We always ask for him. My wife knows him from a former life. They worked together at a restaurant many, many years ago. So it's quite a coincidence. So we go there, and we've been going there ever since our son was pretty young and old enough to go into restaurants, and all the servers know us there and they're very nice to us, and we just love going there. And we always have leftovers, right? We always have at least one night's leftover, sometimes 2 nights leftovers, because they actually give you quite a bit of food. So one day we were doing, they bring the kind of Tupperware or the styrofoam to put the food in, and we're putting the food away, and they also brought us a bag to carry it in, and the bag was just your standard sort of brown paper bag like you would get at a grocery or supermarket, and it was just rectangular, and I was putting the containers in, and the bag was pretty full. It was pretty kind of up to the top, and I was struggling to figure out how to carry it. Do I fold it over and make a little grip that I can hold, or do I just leave it open? And if that food gets spilled either in the car or on the way to the car, then we're really sad, because it's really delicious and it's actually kind of pricey if you just have it for one night. So anyway, as we're doing that and I'm struggling, and one of the servers who knows us pretty well comes over to us and asks, "Can I offer you a bag with handles?" And I said, "Yes, please. A bag with handles would be amazing." So that simple adjustment, right? A bag that's typical grocery bag without the handles to a bag that had handles, much like this one. Still a simple, bag, nothing special about it, same material, but a huge difference. It had the handles, and it made it so much easier to safely carry our food to the car, and we were very happy campers. Now, what does that have to do with being memorable and having access to more opportunities? Well, all of us, if you think about it, have certain special things about us. But what tends to happen a lot for people, and I've talked to people who truly believe this, they don't want to stand out. And they don't want to be too distinctive. And what ends up happening is when you sort of round off or sand off all those edges of yourself, the things that make you interesting and memorable, there's actually nothing left to remember you about. If you dress exactly the way everyone dresses, then there's nothing distinctive about you to remember. So, one thing that I started doing a while ago, and this was totally unintentional, this is just because I love Harry Potter, is wearing this Harry Potter lanyard. Sometimes people think it's a tie. I've actually had people get angry because they thought it was a tie and it wasn't a tie and it got them annoyed. And I guarantee you, at all the places I worked, whether people remember my name or not, right? All someone has to do, and they say, "Who's Joe Kwan?" Yeah, he's the guy who wore that lanyard that looked like a tie, the one from Harry Potter. And people will immediately go, "Oh, yeah, that guy," even if they don't remember my name or even specific projects I worked in. So for me, just coincidentally, this has become sort of my handles. Now, you don't need to go out and buy a Harry Potter lanyard. All of us have something that's distinctive about us. It could be an article of clothing. It could be a hairstyle. It could be a color that we really like. A lot of people are into sports, whether it's hockey or golf, and there's something very distinctive about that. Other people, it's their car, right? They're really into cars, or it might be a certain sort of perfume or cologne that they wear. That consistent thing that makes you stand out because it is you and it is kind of authentically you. You're not like creating something fake, is like the handles that help people remember you. So you can still do all the great work, but if people don't remember you, if there's no handle for them to easily remember you, then that makes it that much more difficult for you to be remembered in those opportunities or in those situations where opportunities are being created. So one quick tip for you to do to help with your executive presence, your leadership, and also your personal branding is, do you have a handle? To use I think it's Office Space, flair, right? Do you have flair that's distinctively you? And if you don't, ask yourself, why not? Right? Why are you not putting forth something that's authentically you? Is there some fear about it, or have you been indoctrinated maybe by a previous boss or people more senior to you that that's not appropriate? And if so, have you sanded yourself down so much? Have you made yourself so indistinct that no one can really remember you? So if you think about that, and if you come up with something that's naturally you and consistent that people will identify with you, it's just a natural way of promoting yourself without even having to say anything, because people will remember you better. Well, thanks so much. I hope this has been useful to you and appreciate you tuning in to Executive Tune-Up. Remember, to do your best, you have to be at your best. So tune in to tune up. Thanks so much. I'm Joe Kwan, the Connection Counselor, and see you next time.